Hello, welcome back to the channel. This is Maverick here with another episode of A Place Further Than the Universe. So, we are on episode 12 now, so this is the penultimate episode, I believe. The next one is the finale. And last episode, we got through Hinata's backstory, basically. So I think my assumption is correct in that the last 4 episodes deal with all 4 of the different girls in some sort of way, giving them closure to why they traveled here in the first place, right? We are waiting for Yuzu, Hinata. I'm guessing that this episode is going to be Shirase, and then finally we're going to have Kimari round it all up and, end where we started, right? So, is that true or not? Let's find out. Well, to be honest, I'm already spoiled a little bit. I don't know what's going to happen this episode, but apparently a lot of people say that this is the highlight of the series. So, it's hard to avoid these spoilers, right? This is an out-of-season anime, but it shouldn't affect things too much, right? So, in any case, let's get into the episode. Alright, let's begin in 3, 2, 1, play. Oh. School? Oh, it's probably notifying her of her mother's death, right? So, yeah, this is probably Shirase's episode. Huh. No opening. Your mom, 45 likes, 27 comments. Oh, she's gonna change her hairstyle? Right. I mean, they're all gonna go, right? Hmm. Think about it. Guess she doesn't want to completely face it. So basically, if she never confronts it, it's like her mom hasn't actually died yet, right? I feel like that's what her thought process is right now. Nice lens. Asahi Namabiru. Huh, I wonder what she's gonna do with that mail at the very end. Is she going to send it out? Or is she gonna delete it? Right? Kimari, you're bad at this. Alright, quit beating around the bush. Why are you the one crying?
決まりがノープランすぎるからややこしくなるんだろう。どうして話してくるなんて言ったんですか？だって。
And she's the one crying. That's really funny to me.
別に落ち込んでいるとか悩んでいるとかじゃないの。むしろ普通っていうか、普通すぎるっていうか。普通？私ね、南極来たら泣くんじゃないかってずっと思ってた。これがお母さんが見た景色なんだ。この景色にお母さんは感動して、こんな素敵なところだからお母さん来たいって思ったんだ。そんな風になるって。でも実際はそんなこと全然なくて、何見ても写真と一緒だくらいで。
So I guess.
来た時最初に行ったのはザマーミロだったもんな。そうだっけ？忘れてるんですか？でもしらせちゃんはお母さんが待ってるから来たんだよ。
I guess they need to see the night sky.
来たから来ようって思って。
That's my bet. They're going to the places
さんたちにお願いして
where they wanted to create an observatory.
どうしても行きたいって頑張って。分かってる。お母さんが待ってるってしらせちゃん言ってたよ。決まり。そんな風に言ったらしらせさんかわいそうですよ。分かってる。何のためにここまで来たんだって。でもそこに着いたらもう先はない。終わりなの。もし行って何にも変わらなかったら、私はきっと一生今の気持ちのままなんだって。では内陸への遠征を前に、南極チャレンジから続く民間南極観測について30分ほど話させてもらいます。投資します。ビール凍る。冗談よ。言うべきことはシンプルに一言だけ。銀ちゃん、行ってきます。乾杯。乾杯。はい、こっち開けたよ。冷た。もたもたしてたらあっという間に冷め切った肉になるからね。なんか世話しない。それが南極バーベキューの醍醐味。マシュマロ落ちた。近づけすぎ。そういや聞いたよ。行くの迷ってるんだって。小淵沢さん。まあいいの？ほっといて。何かをするのが思いやりではない。何もしないのも思いやりである。また適当なことを。ってことに一応なってまして。いいよね、あなたたち。お互いほっとけるっていうのはいい友達の証拠だよ。
True.
もう何やってんの。いい友達だって。
They're still on that user? Aw, that's just too precious. Alright, I'll allow it.
知ってるでしょ。賑やかなの苦手だって。どう思いますか？何が？お母さん。私にそれを聞くくらいなら行かない方がいい。どんなに信じたくなくても、貴子が死んだ事実は動かない。意志だとか生前の希望だとか言っても、それが本心なのか、本当に願っているのかは誰にもわからない。じゃあなんで南極にもう一度来たんですか？私が来たかったから。貴子がそうしてほしいと思っていると、私が勝手に思い込んでいるから。結局人なんて思い込みでしか行動できない。
Similar to Shirase.
思い込みだけが現実の理不尽を突破し、不可能を可能にし、自分を前に進める。私はそう思っている。
Faith, in a sense.
人に委ねるなってことですか？
everything she did.
レジ、引っ越し、交通量調査、
She remembered every single one of her jobs. Wow.
工場、レジ、配達。でもどうしても行きたい。レジ、だってお母さんが待ってる。おお、すごいだろ、手作りだってさ。これ内陸旅行に持っていくらしいですよ。へえ。
Get your house.
それ荷物？あ、はい。多すぎる。あと半分に5分で。嘘。あ、おはようございます。
Hey. Of course she's coming.
おはよう。こうして最後の旅が始まった。日本から1万4000キロ、空よりも遠い彼方に思えたその場所へ。雪上車じゃないんですか？
Yeah, why are they in a helicopter?
この S16 は内陸旅行の出発拠点よ。ここにデポされている雪上車に物資の積み込みを行うのが今日のミッション。
Wait, by this kind of pacing,
これぞ南極。
are we actually going to get there in this episode? Six kilometers per hour? Wow.
3回連続大貧民の気持ちにもなって。
They're completely unfazed by it now.
はい、ひとひとに了解。どうしたんですか？仕事の時間よ。外に出るから覚悟して。
Huh.
息すると胸が痛い。鼻の感覚なくなってきた。
Yeah, the further they go inland, the colder it gets.
寒くなっていくからね。できるかな。持ってきたんですか？これありがとうございます。感覚ない。早く食べないと冷めるぞ。夜はエンジン切るんですよね。回しておけるほど燃料はないからね。
Ooh, no heater.
定時更新。練習しといて。私たちだって何があるかわからないんだから。今夜は風が強くなるそうだから、車両間の移動は必ずこのロープを使うこと。たった数メートルでも油断しないで。ブリザードの中に放り出されたらまず帰ってこられないからね。
Is that how Shirase's mom died?
なんだ？太陽ですよね。地球の終わりみたいでしょ。太陽柱、サンピラーっていうの。氷の結晶が生み出す光学現象よ。お母さんも見てましたか？ええ、見てた。なんならそこで見ながら寝てた。もしかしてブリザード？もしかしなくてもね。大丈夫。この中にいる分には。うわ、何にも見えない。こっちもです。そっか。ちゃんと見るの初めてか。はい。
Hmm. That definitely looks
こんな感じだったんですか？
deadly.
多分内陸の基地に忘れ物をしたか足を滑らせたんだと思う。タカ子、気づいた時には姿はなくて、瞬く間にブリザードになって。綺麗だよ、とても。しらせちゃん、大丈夫？寝れないの？ううん、今まで寝てて目が覚めた。きまりは南極好き？うん、大好き。そう。
Hmm.
でもね、一人だったら好きだったかわからなかったかも。そうなの？みんなと一緒だから。みんなと一緒だったら北極でも同じだったかも。ねえしらせちゃん、連れてきてくれてありがとう。しらせちゃんのおかげで私、青春できた。ディアお母さん、友達ができました。ずっと一人でいいって思っていた私に友達ができました。ちょっぴり変で、ちょっぴり面倒で、
Oh, so banana is actually a
ちょっ
hammer.
ぴりダメな人たちだけど、一緒に南極まで旅してくれる友達が。喧嘩したり泣いたり困ったりして、それでもお母さんのいたこの場所にこんな遠くまで一緒に旅してくれました。私はみんなが一緒だったから。
Oh, that is so nice.
お母さん、そこから何が見えますか？お母さんが見たのと同じ景色が私にも見えますか？もうすぐ着きます。お母さんがいるその場所に。
This is literally the observatory site? Alright. Oh, yeah, they haven't actually built it yet.
大丈夫なんですか？それで。大丈夫なわけないでしょ。この後土台直して建物建てて、一個一個部品運んで望遠鏡作って。小淵沢天文台ができるのは相当先だけど、でも小淵沢、思い出してるんだろうね、お母さんと見た時のこと。しらせ。お母さんのものなんて見つかるわけないでしょ。もう3年も前なんだし。見つからないよ。そうだぞ。逆に言えば3年前から誰も来てないってことなんだから。いいよ、見つかるわけないよ。諦めちゃダメだよ。何でもいい、1個でもいいから。いいよ。よくない。見つからないよ。なんで言い切れるんです。いいよ、ここに来れただけで十分。ちゃんと目的 的は達成したから、お母さんのいるところに来れたから、ありがとう。
Oh, behind that?
だからもうよくない。ここまで来たんだよ。ここまで来たんだもん。一個でいい。白瀬ちゃんのお母さんが確かにここにいたって何がいい。白瀬さん、これ。
Picture of her with Strasse. Sorry for muting a song again, but oh wait. Oh, it's not just a photo, it's her mom's laptop. Really? Every single day? So that was the twist. She did send them all these years. And of course, one last night sky. Oh man, how do I even say anything to that, right? Like, it got me. It got me. I will fully admit it got me, right? Uh, that's about as big a reaction as you're gonna get out of me in terms of these kind of sad emotional scenes, right? And really, I was caught off guard not just by the actual gravity of the situation, but also how it went down as well, right? Now, I had been guessing that probably the mail was going to be part of the closure, but what I was thinking was maybe, she through some kind of method got closure first, and then she composes this mail or um, delete stops the habit of starting a mail and then deleting it, right? Like, honestly, I thought that all this time she was wanting to write a mail but didn't know what to write, and so she kept deleting it and kept on going back and forth. And I thought what it was actually going to happen was finally at this very end here, she either composed a mail and sent it out, and to never do it again, or she just completely stopped this habit, right? I definitely didn't expect what happened here, right? And really just the whole sequence of events, starting with getting first actually starting with the three other girls, really rushing off and doing their darndest to get something, any memento of Shirase's mom, getting the laptop. I didn't even know it was a laptop at first. Like, I was kind of distracted. I thought it was just a photograph or something. Booting it up, it actually works, right? And then I did also catch that the password was actually 1101 November 1st, which turns out to be Shirase's birthday. And then getting in and then just seeing those unread counts going up one by one, right? It's all mail sent from Shirase. So basically she sent a mail every single day for these past 3 years. Like, there wasn't really any. I love the way that they presented it, if you will, right? No dialogue needed. Just focus on your red counts going up, and you can already know the implications of what that actually means, right? And really, to me, this entire scene, I think different people might have different interpretations, but I've always felt that, this is her actually facing the reality of her mom's death, right? I do think that she has been hiding from this in a certain way, like stealing herself and her own emotions. So even when she learned of her mother's death, she a sort of disconnection, right? And that's entirely to be expected, right? That is one of the ways that humans can cope with these sort of sad situations. It's to make a certain disconnection from that. It's a way of protecting oneself, right? So you won't get hurt by this. And so that's why she had this disconnection even when she arrived in Antarctica, right? And so through all this time, I was actually thinking that, okay, we're finally going to see her accept the reality of this situation, right? Her mom is dead. She's not going to be able to return her emails, return her mails anymore. It's like that, right? And to finally see her let out all the emotions at the very end there, like, I was completely satisfied, right? It didn't really turn out the way that I expected, but the end result was what I expected, and it's great, right? To see her finally letting out her full emotions like that. And yeah, I really don't know what else I can say about that scene there. I thought it was executed wonderfully, beautifully. Just the right amount of words, not too much dialogue, just focus on the visuals, what the characters are doing, on the implications of it, and then having the background music there as well, right? Just a wonderful scene. And honestly, not just that scene, but I really could watch a whole season of them just playing around, right? So, I was kind of worried about the pacing at first. Like, I thought it was maybe going to, my prediction was wrong, and they were going to resolve it in the next episode. But then we had a huge time skip in the middle, right? And really, that scene was also quite beautiful as well, right? And that was initially what I thought was the closure was going to be, with Shirase, having his monologue again, starting out with Dear Mom, and then sort of reporting to her what has happened since then, how she met all these friends, how she's not alone anymore. She also, just like her mom, has this group of friends that they can go on expeditions, they can laugh, they can cry together, etc., etc., and I really did fully thought that was actually going to be the full closure for the entire situation. But no, not quite. But yeah, I really like that scene as well, even though it might not be as, tear-jerking as the last scene as well. But to me, these two scenes are actually about equal on the impact that they have. And yeah, so that's basically it, right? Not really that much else to talk about for this episode. And I guess my prediction still holds true. So we are going through each of the girls in each of the episodes. I do think that this does signify the closure of Shirase now. I think, yeah, I I mean, they could definitely still add more to her story, to her, how she's going to the aftermath of this, if you will. But honestly, I feel like this is a good enough point that, okay, we understand this right now. You don't need to say anymore. You don't need to do anymore. Like, this is the closure, right? And so, I honestly wouldn't even be surprised if the next episode starts and they are already back in Japan, right? Like, literally a huge time skip and then they're back in Japan, and then having Kimari sort of like recap everything that's happened, and her own growth so far, right? So, like I said at the beginning, and also in the last episode, so for her to finish the series off, coming full circle, and how has she grown, what has she learned from it, and the future that is in store for her, as well as her newly found 3 best friends, right? So yeah, that's basically it. Don't really know what else to say here. And yes, I did rewatch this episode a few more times as well. Good stuff. Good stuff. And actually for next episode, for episode 13, I am going to pre-record it. I'm actually going on vacation starting from this weekend, so I'll be gone for almost 2 weeks. So yeah, I will be pre-recording this, the next episode, but it shouldn't matter too much to you guys. I'll still upload it at the usual schedule, so you guys can continue to watch that. So there we go. That is my review and thoughts on episode 12 of A Place Further Than the Universe. See you guys in the finale next week. Bye bye.